emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there out of Cook. 42 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cousins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Throwing is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, ball. Watch the shit. Hey, watch it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. They find some open field here. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Cousins now. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Alert, 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 alert. Check 99, check 99.
7-7, our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, defense, let's go.
On first down, Cohen. Oh, eluding the tackle. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. I'm surprised that they ran it there, but the end justified the means, I guess.
Both of us are surprised that they ran it there. The NFL is not a league where you run the ball on third and that much yardage. I like their fortitude in the call, though. They had something that they saw, and they went with it, and it's paid off in a nice way.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. On second down now, it's Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That one third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offense.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. 20, 10, and they will score. A pick six for a Bears touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Move.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Over the middle here to Rudolph. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. From the red zone now, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53 to Mike. 53
to the air again. It's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Two times.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check. Lucky.
They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 15 yards on the play, first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 23. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major
rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on first down, Cousins, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. 16 yards, a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
53, Mike.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Switch.
Hey, 18.
Check 53.
In the face.
Check 53. Check 53.
And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Alert.
We begin.
On third down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start the drive with Cook. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On first down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second and 11 now, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Third down here.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike, 53. 50.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Here's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. Cohen looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Go! 180!
Watch my board. Rip right. Shit.
They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Oh, yeah.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Trubisky now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Watch number 29.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up second down.
Now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.